Here we are a year later, and I'm standing next to him and speaking, and he's here, and people are talking. My name is Darcy Clemenson. I'm here with my son, Jaxon.
I'm Jaxon Clemenson. I'm here with my mom, Darcy.
And like Jaxon had said, he was about 8 years old, and we started noticing having a physical reaction to, it was actually lip smacks and like that, which doesn't bother him anymore. But we didn't know what it was. So we went to audiologists, we went to neurologists. Nobody knew what it was. And so I was online and I Googled, why does my son have an adverse reaction to shushing? And Misophonia popped up. I remember I was downstairs and I yelled for my husband, like, oh my gosh, come here, come here, come here. I found it. And it described Jaxon's symptoms to a T. So that was really reassuring that we knew it was something, because none of the doctors were in Minneapolis, nobody knew what it was.
We ended up teaching more doctors about what misophonia was than they told us.
Yeah. So then we tried lots of therapies and different things throughout the years. What we discovered, and we got involved in the Misophonia Association, what we discovered is his brain was really too young to really adapt then. And so in the meantime, I got a Misophonia treatment tracker Facebook page, and I started seeing Dr. Hatch pop up. And I would look on there to see what therapies were working for misophones, because it was still fairly new, but some people kept talking about Dr. Hatch and Dr. Hatch. So probably for about at least 2 years, at least, I was following him and tracking him, and like, oh my gosh, someday we're gonna go, my husband and I, we're gonna go to Utah. We don't know how we're gonna get there, because we live in Minneapolis. So then, fast forward, and we went to a Misophonia conference that was in Minneapolis. Lo and behold, Dr. Hatch is speaking there. So we ended up seeing him and meeting him and talking to Christine, and we just decided, not that much longer after that we're gonna make this work.
Drove to Utah, 3-day drive with my dad. Rough journey to pass through.
Yeah, it was so bad that we couldn't even speak around him. And so we were like, we're gonna do this. They get in the car and drive 18 hours, and we talked to Christine and Dr. Hatch, and everybody here was amazing. Brought him in the back room, had music going, had to talk to him through whiteboards, couldn't speak to him for a week of therapy. And here we are a year later, and I'm standing next to him and speaking, and he's here, and people are talking. And throughout the last year, he's been doing his brain exercises with Dr. Hatch. We have regular FaceTime calls with him. Not only does Dr. Hatch help with his brain rehab therapy, he helps him as a friend. Jaxon considers him, he calls Jaxon his brother. And
I'm Dr. Hatch's little brother, and we got matching bracelets.
Yeah, matching bro bands. And it says legit mental grit on it, because Dr. Hatch had said something about, you got mental grit. And what we love about Dr. Hatch is he's so incredibly not only smart, but he's so positive. Like
and passionate.
Yeah.
He's my doctor, my therapist, my best friend, my brother, my health teacher. He's everything.
Yeah, he is. And he talks to Jaxon in a way that Jaxon understands. Jaxon's more pragmatic and yet soulful.
Realistic.
And
logical.
Logical, like an engineer's mind. And he describes things to Jaxon, like how Jaxon's emotionally reacting to something or whatever.
Yeah, for like not just for like
understands.
Emotions, but for like the physical, like why my brain is doing it and how it cycles through my brain, and why, like, if I get an image or something, why I have that image and how it cycles in.
And then Jaxon, I get that, and he finds peace in that, because he explained it in a way that is concrete enough where he understands it. It's logical, and Jaxon always feels so much better after we have those FaceTime calls, and keeps, changing his exercises to figure out how Jaxon's brain is reacting. The challenge was getting him to get them done, consistently. Time management, which is challenging for him. But we noticed right away that, I don't know how long it wasn't too long after he started doing his exercises, that when he would hear a trigger sound, his reaction time wouldn't reverberate in his brain for, like, say, a minute or two. The reaction time it greatly dissipated right off the bat.
And the strength.
The strength of it dissipated. Like, I remember you saying, like, oh my gosh, someone just lip smacked, and I barely went, like, he'll hit his ear. Like, he barely, had a reaction. That was one thing that we noticed right away. He has his tools that he goes to, his headphones and his different things that he goes to, that he uses. And we can talk with them, we can go places with them, we can go in the car with them, and if he needs a break like, Mom, don't talk. It's hard for me not to do. He just tells me, and we have quiet time, and we don't eat around each other yet. I mean, that's, we don't go to movies where they're eating popcorn, but
that's what we really do anyways.
yeah.
It's just me, my mom, and my dad, so we don't really have to like sit at a table and eat with the family unless there's like Easter or something.
Yeah, but emotionally, he's just so much happier, and that the message that we try and just raise awareness that misophonia is real. If someone's chewing gum or crunching chips and you have this physical reaction like nails on a chalkboard and your body reacts, it's real. You're not crazy. That's what
my dream is to be able to say, when someone's chewing, I can just say, I have misophonia, and they'll be like, oh, okay, I understand, without me having to explain it to them for the next 30 minutes.
I just wish that, we hope this helps get the word out that it's hard to encapsulate Dr. Hatch and everybody here at Brain Rehab, the impact they have on your life. And with Dr. Hatch, and like, this makes so much sense because it's connected to your brain and your eye movement. And we heard him speak, we scoured through his website, we watched his videos, and it made so much sense that we were just so positive about, let's just go. We don't expect it to be quick or have, it's gonna completely cure it like tomorrow, but we know that it is helping, and we just keep going day by day. Every day gets better, and then when there's a challenge, we know the next day can be better. We love Dr. Hatch and Christine and Kellett and everybody here.
The staff's so awesome.
The staff is amazing. They're so accommodating. Like I said, from figuring out how to do whiteboards and do a week's therapy with no talking for Jaxon, and they did it. And here we are talking. So, I love you.